Greetings, fellow conquerors, and welcome back to Byzantium here in EU4, the Rights of Man, where we've finally taken back some land from the Ottomans. Crazy, right? I think we're going to delete the fort here in Macedonia. Or Macedonia, I suppose. Wow, deleting that fort's going to give us a lot of money back. Our economy is in the tank. Wow, we have 4 forts? Where's the other one? Oh, we have one in Constantinople, and there's one in Edirne as well. Ooh. Well, we're going to let the month pass, see if our money gets any better. We can get rid of, well, first of all, we need to annex Athens. This needs to happen. Unfortunately, we can't do that while we're at war, so we're just going to keep losing Diplo points, unfortunately. Now, unfortunately, the Renaissance isn't really spreading very quickly to our provinces, is it? Kind of sucks, but especially now that we're at 12% tech penalty. Wow, the Muscovites already have like 43,000 troops. That's crazy. Jeez, Muscovy. Personal union has ended. So while we're at war, this won't be a problem. We are going to renew the royal marriages with all of our allies. And in hopes that we will not get a personal union, and hope that we get an heir, really. Now, if he dies while we're at war, a noble from House Mentagir Dietis, that is such an interesting thing to pronounce. So we're going to put our leader. Yeah, he's already in charge of the army. He's 57 years old. We'll hope he dies. Like, really just hope he dies. So that we get a, I mean, it's a new dynasty, but I'm okay with that as long as we don't get a personal union, because that would just, like, it would just so defeat the purpose of this entire campaign if, you know, if that were to happen. Athens has embraced the Renaissance. Good job, Athens. Feels really good to have taken back some land. We get 50 mill power, which means we can get military tech 5, which we're gonna pick up. Obviously, we'll get Eastern militia. We're gonna kill unit maintenance for now. Start attempting to pay back some of our loans. Pay back 3 of them up front. We had 8. Oh my goodness. These things happen when you're a small nation. Alright, excellent. This is fantastic. Our leader has died, and our new Basilius is Alexios VI Jagellan. Alright. The true heirs of the Byzantine Empire. The Polish. Oh, that's funny. It appears that Basilius Alexios VI is kind-hearted, which means we get monthly war exhaustion down. Holy cow, that's awesome! Perfect timing. Oh man. The Byzantine peasants are still quite upset. Can we hire a theologian? We do have a theologian, and he's 38 years old. Ooh. Okay, well, we're going to fire the Diplo rep guy. We're going to fire the natural scientist. Make some money so that we can hire this this theologian. It's been a long day of recording. I say like I do this for a living, which I don't. Looks like the Lithuanians are winning their war. We can pass the Advancement of Religion Act. National unrest for missionary strength. Not really interested, actually. Let's see. Now, we are going to actually start building a spy network in the Ottoman lands. Let's marry the Austrians. We get Teresa Benedicta, who's a 620 for our queen. We will also marry the Polish. Now, funnily enough, the Jagellans are actually of Lithuania. Go figure. But yeah, renew all the marriages. Now, we may end up being Jagellans for the entire game, and this may upset some people, but you know what? I'm just happy we made it this far. Byzantine peasants still quite uppity. We've got to kill this war exhaustion. Okay, they're all down to 4. We're getting pretty close, I think, to quelling the rebellion from happening in the first place. Hashtag execute the shit out of the bailiff. Or just execute the bailiff. Actually, no, better yet, remove bailiff. War seems to be kind of a stalemate between the two nations up there. But that's fine. The empire does indeed run on paper. Thank you for noticing. Now, have any of our provinces embraced the Renaissance yet? It doesn't look like it. Constantinople is getting close. And I'm thinking of developing it for the sole purpose of, increasing that rate. So that we don't incur any more tech cost penalties, but that may not be an option for us. We'll see what happens. I think honestly, the Austrians are going to be our main ally in the coming days. Just to, defeat the Ottomans time and time again. We are going to fabricate some claims, I think. Like, we're going to go for, probably the rest of the Balkans. Because they're Orthodox and we need those provinces. We're going to start with Felipe. And this means that the next war we start will be... well, ironically, they're not a valid rival anymore, which sucks. I guess you don't get a penalty for being eclipsed. That would suck. Let's see, do we want to pay off loans? I think we do. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else we could spend our money on, but I don't think that's the case. Hungary is losing his war against the Ottomans, which sucks, but... But yeah, I think we're doing well. Ooh, the Ottomans are at 32% war score now. They may actually take some of Hungary here, which is really unfortunate for us. I'd really like this war to end between Muscovy and Lithuania and Poland. Now, our legitimacy sucks. It's at 17, which is pretty terrible. That being said, we are getting close to... yeah, I think we've just gotten enough war exhaustion reduction that we can stop these peasants from uprising and ruining our economy further. It really helps being in the Constantinople trade node to really, just improve our income, help us pay off these loans, and just in general do better. We are going to claim Sofia as well. Now, our truce with the Ottomans ends in 1470, so we have to wait 5 years. But I'm thinking if we can connect with the Serbians, we may be able to betray them and take their land, or better yet, the Wallachians, to whom we don't even have to betray them. We can just attack them, which would be nice, because we really want to get some more land, and then also continue to defeat the Ottomans and drive them out from our lands. I really wanted to do more role-playing with this campaign, but it ended up being, like, really frustrating. So, as a result, I'm kind of just, trying to just play the game well. But, at this point, I think it's safe to say that we would be in a good position if we, we're in a position to start role-playing and think about, that kind of thing. Unfortunately, it doesn't really look like reforming the Roman Empire is even a decision anymore, which kind of sucks, but... I mean, hey, we still have some pretty cool Byzantine things that we can do, so I'm excited. Unfortunately, the Muscovites have taken the war goal, which means that Lithuania may be losing some land in this war at last, which is a shame for our ally, but we'll repay a loan. Okay. And now we're back to having a personal union on monarch death. However, our current leader is 21 years old, so I have faith that he will, get out of that union before it's too late. Alright, Athens wants to become a march. Got some bad news for him. We're going to annex him. So thanks, Athens. Integration is a slow process. However, we get Athens reclaimed as an event, which means we get 10 prestige and 50 diplo power. I'm a big fan. Serbia is being attacked. Bosnia is being attacked by the Venetians, but Serbia is joining in as well. Alright, we get another free 50 diplo points. Those little point injections are pretty nice, I have to say. Alright, the Ottomans have taken a significant chunk of land from the Hungarians. This is rather unfortunate. However, let's see. I think we can... Wow, Austria would... Well, actually, they white peace with the Ottomans, so they're not breaking a truce. But I think once the next war ends, I don't think Lithuania or Poland would join, because they're so far in debt, and I don't think they're going to be able to pay off that debt in 3 years. The Timurids have stopped paying subsidies to us. I don't think they were paying that much in the first place, so I'm not exactly torn up about it, but we'll see what happens. Our armies need a general. I think this goes without saying. 1-0-0. Woo! He's a general. He might still be able to get some traits just by fighting wars and stuff, but we'll see what happens. Now, do we have enough for the Renaissance? We do, but we don't have enough ducats to get it. So, which of our provinces? Well, actually, Athens is the one that embraced it. So, but I think we want to improve Constantinople rather than paying this really high upfront cost. I think we're going to spend some admin and some diplo on improving Constantinople just to get it closer to getting the institution. Let's see, how close is it now anyway? Like, oh, it's at 99.7%. Sure. Great. Renaissance is now present in Constantinople. It's going to cost us 129 ducats to actually embrace it, though, which is really painful, actually. Hopefully the rest of our provinces embrace it. Edirne is at 65%. Macedon is at 52%. Thessaly is at 70%, and Achaia is at 83%. So we may just have to wait it out until we get to that point. Let's lose our non-existence to legitimacy. Gain a free 50 mil power. Big fan. Our queen does have loose lips, which is interesting. Let's fabricate another claim on the Ottomans. I think we go for Kirklisi as well. Now, in 2 years, our truce with the Ottomans will be up, and at that point, we'll have to decide whether or not we think we can beat the Ottomans with Austria's help. I mean, if we look at our military, though, if we look at the Austrian military, they have about 30,000 troops, and the Ottomans currently have 30,000 troops. And then it'd be versus Morocco and Crimea as well. Now, if we can drag either Poland or Lithuania into the war as well, there's no chance. The Ottomans are going to be defeated. So that's really what it's going to boil down to when it gets down to the wire. But in good time here, we will be able to rise again. All right, our truce with Burgundy and the gang has ended. Really surprised that the Burgundian inheritance didn't fire during that war, but maybe they had a good general and they just didn't put their king in the war. Go figure. Alright, the traitor has died in our court. Do we want a discipline advisor? It seems reasonable. How old is he? He's 43. I mean, yes and no, right? Like, our economy is still not particularly strong, I don't think. Especially now that we're paying for this, second fort here. But now that I think about it, since we have a fort in Constantinople, do we really need this fort here in Edirne? I don't think it really makes sense. Let's go ahead and delete it and make some money back. Yeah, we'll get half a ducat a month back. We will go ahead and pick up military tech 6, even though, well, I don't know, because, we're fairly close to embracing this institution. Now, just gotta wait for it to spread to a couple more provinces, and then we won't have to pay as much for tech costs, which I think is pretty important. Alright, the truce is going to expire next year. We're going to be looking forward to it, and we'll see what happens. I don't want to squander this opportunity that we have to really get this game going. Now, is it worth paying an extra 100 points to get military tech? I think the answer, unfortunately, is yes. And the same is true for admin tech as well. Yep, we'll pick up Stratiote Cavalry. Now, do we want administrative ideas? I mean, we haven't really paid that many administrative points for anything. I think the answer for that one is honestly going to be yes. And then probably for our second idea group, we'll probably almost certainly go for economic, but I just can't pass up administrative. I think it's too good for the way I like to play. Alright, we can fabricate another claim on the Ottomans. This is great. Do we want Silistri? Maybe we want Uskup instead. Yeah. Let's try to take the Balkans back, basically. And then for our next claim, we need 40 spy points, so not going to happen for a while. When is the exact month that the truce expires? It's in April. Well, in that case, this is going to be a great place to stop the episode, so thank you for joining me, my fellow Romans, as we continue to plot against the Ottomans and hopefully find a way to defeat them using the aid of our Austrian, Polish, and Lithuanian allies, as well as the Serbians, of course, who were also instrumental in defeating them in the First War. But at any rate, that's going to be it for now. I'll see you on the next one.